Quigley is part of the SuperPods network. You can find SuperPods on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Patreon, and Twitter at _SuperPods. You can also join our Discord at discord.gg/SuperPods. Thank you for your continued support, and happy listening.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? We are super excited. You can't make that face. You can't make that face on the intro. We are super excited to be back with the second prediction show here for the official Quigley Live prediction show. This week, focusing on week 1 as we finish the qualifiers out, and now we are looking to go into the first week of the regular season where we're going to finally be able to look at some matchups that we actually know are coming. We're not just predicting what we think could happen.
Right.
So I'm super excited to get into it. I'm once again joined by Banksy Boy himself, the legend, the guy who jumps off the map more than anyone else in the game. How are we?
You know, that hurt because I think in one game today I jumped off 3 times in the exact same spot. So
I joined the Discord call today, and the first call that I heard from you was I jumped off the map.
Yeah.
So
hopefully this season we get a few of it. I would love the clips for C Halo. Just watch my POV. It'll happen. Live fire, recharge. It happens. But to jump off of us, let's talk about qualifiers real quick. We had an exciting qualifiers, in my opinion. I don't know how you felt, but it was exciting. It was fun. It was new. And we had all the new schools, so we got to see a little bit of that action. How did you feel about it going out into it?
just the qualifiers overall in general were just fun. It's a Swiss bracket, and if you listen to our one shot where we kind of went over some of it, I stated it multiple times. Swiss brackets are always fun to me because you get to play more and you get to see more teams. I think that a normal bracket would have probably gone a lot quicker. We wouldn't have been able to play as many games. You know, a lot of the times when we have these college Halo brackets, especially if it's a regular seeded bracket where we're just running through win-loss, or if we're running through with like a double elimination, usually when teams know that they're in Division 1, they don't want to play the rest of the bracket. And so this time around, you had to play all the way through, or at least most of the teams felt like they needed to. We had to, at least, because ours came down to the last map to see if we were going to make it in or not. So it's always exciting to see a Swiss bracket get put in.
Yeah, I would say that was scary. We made jokes about, you know, how things were going to go throughout the qualifiers, and we threw some, and at least every time we were on stream, we won. I'll say that. So 4-0 on stream. Keep it noted.
You say on stream, but then you leave the mind to wonder how bad were we off stream, you know, like
however you think it happened, it probably happened that way. But nonetheless, we had a fun qualifiers. Swiss round was really fun. It was new experience. We got to experience what Odin created for the map pick. I liked it. I know it's a lot different from what the Halo community has or uses, so it was something new and refreshing to do in these qualifiers. I think it added a new depth. Thank you, Dilly, for the forbidden flag. But speaking of Odin, we are going to dive into an interview that he had after his qualifiers. Shout out to UNA for what their production and what they've done and the love that they showed Halo. Kind of let you guys view this live and just kind of experience it for the first time, or if you've seen it before, experience it again.
Welcome back into the broadcast. My name is Randy G. Alongside me, we have our player of, usually it would be the game, but today it's going to be the tournament. Here with us on our post-game Tom's Talk, sponsored by Otters Pools. So, how did it feel today to get back in that action after being dormant all summer?
It felt really good. I mean, we kind of came out, and honestly, like, I'm really, really proud of the guys. You know, we had a team change, so that was kind of worrisome going into it. But two of the teams that we beat were really good teams. One of them put us out of the playoffs last year, and we kind of stepped up and showed out and did really well. So I'm not too upset about losing the last round. I mean, it hurts, but it's not the end of the world. It's the beginning of the season. We still have a lot to work on, a lot to learn, a lot to get everybody caught up to speed.
So, today was a long day, right? 4 series, I think, what is that, 6 or 7, and then 9 maps?
Yeah.
9 maps today, so you're not going to have that for the rest of the season. So, what's the takeaways from today's marathon into week 1, I think in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, the takeaways is like, I mean, we know now, or we kind of already knew, but like now it's more clear cut about like what exactly we have to work on and what we need to fix and what we need to like change, and what we can learn. You know, anytime you lose, it shouldn't be all about being upset about it. There's always something to learn from it. So I think that's the biggest takeaway, is we know what we need to do to fix the things that we need to fix.
So speaking of that, knowing what you need to fix, what's it like having Country and Milk back in the saddle?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, anytime, honestly, like, they're two of the smartest, as far as the mind for the game goes, they're two of the smartest people that I know when it comes to that kind of thing, which is why, like, I advocated to bring them on board to begin with. And also, they are always constantly wanting to teach. It's not a please help us. It's always a come on guys, let's learn. Like, this is what we're gonna do. Like, we got to figure this out, or there's this break that I want to talk about. So it's really good having coaches like that that are super spontaneous and like about teaching.
Mm-hmm. So you mentioned earlier in your responses here, you had a team change, getting Thimble in for the lovely Zinni, who is helping us with broadcast and who helped us to cast the last map of Series 3 and then all of Series 4. So what's been, I guess, like the thought process and the struggles early on?
I would say the biggest thing is, like, I think Jaden's in a very tough position, and I think as the season progresses, it'll get a little easier. But like, joining a championship, whatever team, like, it's daunting, you know, like, am I going to fit in with these guys? Am I going to mesh well with them? I haven't played the game competitively in a long time. Like, there's a lot of stuff on his plate. So like, the biggest I think challenge is getting him to understand how we play the game, as far as how fast we want to play, and him upping those things in the game. Like, his movement is kind of behind because he hasn't really played a lot, so he doesn't really know like how to G-slide and stuff like that. That's very vital to getting you around the map. Dude can shoot. He's got a very good aim on him. We're not worried about that at all. Me, Matt, and Milk have all talked about it. We're not worried about his aim at all. It's his pacing. That's the biggest issue. But like I said, it's the beginning of the season.
Yeah, long season.
We just went 3-1 in a Swiss with a brand new teammate. Like, I think things are definitely looking up.
And what, 3 of those teams were D1 teams confirmed, maybe?
2 of those teams.
2 of those teams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's big congrats to you guys. We'll face off against them later on in the season. What's the season start? 2 weeks? 1 week?
I think it's 2 weeks from now. It might be 3 weeks. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, well.
Connor and I still have some things to talk about. But
well, so that will be it for our interview. Any last things you want to say to the Lion faithful and any Odin fans out there?
Just thank you if you watched. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it a lot. It means a lot to us. Thank you a ton. Huge shout out to my teammates for like being dedicated and actually wanting to get better. That's really huge. And yeah, I love you all and Roar Lions.
All right, so that's been Odin. You can catch them here in a couple weeks. We'll let you know on all of our social medias. Linktree/UNA Esports if you want to check us out. But yeah, we'll see them in a couple weeks right here on twitch.tv/UNA_esports. So that's been Odin. We'll let Zenny hop right back on the mic for a recap and a look ahead. And thank you so much, and get back to your team, brother.
Thank you, guys.
All righty. We got to see the interview. I think that was Ben's first time experiencing the interview.
That was indeed.
Real quick, I'm going to do a shout to the chat. We now have Super with us. He's in the chat. He's talking it up. Our short king Odin is in the chat. I saw the comment. He's holding strong. But I actually love that interview because it brought light to UNA as an esports school, like what they're doing. It also brought light to College Halo that you don't see a lot of schools do. But Ben, give me your first impression of the interview and
what you kept saying, and I was waiting for you to finish that statement. You just
I was gonna say the height difference, because everybody brings up the height difference.
Well, first off, the height difference wasn't saying. I'd love to know how much. I believe that is Brandy G, or I can't remember what his full Twitter handle is. That guy's tall. That guy's tall. I think the interview was great. There were two major points that I think I wanted to take away from it that Odin spoke on, and one kind of going towards the side of who UNA is as a roster, and he was talking about.
He went silent. We've lost Ben.
I think we just lost Ben.
I think we lost, but we got his visual, but we don't have his sound. And you saw it live. You saw the microphone twitch. That was great. Look at him, bro. He called this before it started that his audio is going to go out or something was going to happen. And here he is. And it's live, and I get to keep this in the recording.
Is he back now?
No, he's not. He's not on. I mean, we're going to have. Oh, he's saying, hold on. It's great that we have his clip and we can still talk to him. He's losing it. Yes, for the first week of matches, both D2 and D1 will be it. I feel like talking to the chat since I lost Ben.
You hear me? Hello?
What are you using?
My mic just chorrowed. It died. Look at it. It's dead. There's no lights. Bro, you guys said, nah, you guys jinxed me. Hold on. I need everybody in the chat to know this. They were like, oh, your internet's going to have issues again, isn't it? And I was like, no, my power's probably going to go out since you guys said that. And now look, my mic died.
Super's outside with a hat. Super's outside with a hatchet.
Wait. Tell me. Hold up. Tell me if you can hear me. Wait. Hello?
Oh, there he is.
Hello?
There
we
he is.
go.
There's the mic.
Yes, we're back. All right. Gentlemen, we'll keep the headphones on because I can hear you guys good. All right. Where was I? I think UNA is a great team. Odin had a fair point when he said that when they take these losses, they don't just live on them. They take quit laughing at me. They take these losses in stride. They decide to move forward and they want to try to improve by taking these losses and working on the mistakes so that they are improving upon their team play. They're improving, their potential, each player's potential as well as the entire team together. And I think that's really a big point. The second point that I wanted to make, sorry, I'm going to be very quick here so we can continue moving. He talked about their new player coming in. Last week, that was a big talking point that I had, was this new player coming in Zenny's spot. He has to kind of learn how to mesh with his team. He's playing a game that maybe he doesn't have as much time in as some players may, right? This is his opportunity to really shine, and I think Odin touched on that very well, that he is having some of those mechanical things where he's having to learn how to play this game at the higher level. But he's starting to mesh. They're starting to figure things out as a team. So I enjoy that sentiment. All right, get back to whatever you were talking about, because that was really that was.
Dude, I don't think your mic can keep up with you.
That was really bad.
Personally, but Thanks for the catch up there, though. That was I agree with the take. I think every school should take notes with that, because he was like, we did have a new player. He took that in and kind of took it like, it wasn't a deficit, but it was a change that they had to overcome. But now that we're past that, again, UNA, a great school. Everybody should follow their Twitch. Like they said on the interview, they'll stream all their games. You'll be able to see it right there if College Halo is not streaming it. But we're going to get into our matchups. We are going to start with D2. We're going to go through the D2 matchups, then we'll go to the D1 matchups for everybody here. So starting off in D2, we are going in. It is UVU Green versus NC State. To be fair, I haven't seen these guys play.
Yeah.
So I don't have like a solid standing on where they're going to sit. I know you, being where you live, you got to be pulling for NC State, right?
Indeed.
I'm calling it.
And that's no hate. That's no hate to the UVU guys. It's just how it is.
I'm calling it. I'm gonna give it to NC State, just see if they come off hot in the season. But that will be an exciting match there. As we move forward from this match, Daz, leave him alone. As we move forward, we have another new school coming in, and we're going to have Kaiser versus Clemson. Now, everybody in here, Kaiser's got Leo, our old captain, on it. But I'm going to be the odd one out here, and I'm going to finally just swing the bat for Clemson. Look, what?
I've been saying this. I've been saying this since the preseason episode when we started out. Look, Clemson's going to come in hot. They're going to take this thing 3-0. You said Leo's on this team. That's why Clemson is going to take it 3-0. This is a 3-0 slammage out of Clemson.
Yeah, Chad saying Clemson as well.
Yep. So
I love it. Chad is on my side here. On our side. You said Clemson too. My bad.
I did too. I'm swinging Clemson. All love to Leo, but I am swinging Clemson here. Going into our next D2 match, we have UCF versus Rit White. Okay, we got to fight against UCF. We've had a lot of matches. We don't have a lot of experience with Rit White, but on UCF's side, we have Bales, who would be a call-out player. I'm going to give it to UCF. They did very well in qualifiers. They took us down. I blame us, but I think they're a really good team. I think it's going to be maybe a 3-1. Rit White does have a lot of experience.
I agree. I think it's really going to come down to experience, as in which team is going to mesh well. I think that Rit White have been playing together longer. You're seeing a team that's coming from a previous season who already has that knowledge of how they like to play, how they like to move the map. I think it's going to be a battle of just pacing. And really, to be honest, UCF is a very fast team. From when we played them in the qualifier, they looked like a different team than what we played in that scrim the literally night before.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I think while I wouldn't say it's going to be an absolute slammage, I do think that UCF is going to be a hard team to beat. But I do think UCF is probably going to be coming out of top of this one.
100% agree. Going into our next match, we haven't really seen much, but we have Baylor versus Montana State. We didn't experience Montana at all during qualifiers. Did we experience Baylor? We haven't experienced them at all. Okay.
No.
I like Montana's logo. Go Montana.
Okay, that's an insane take. I was just gonna say this is the battle of the new teams, right? Like, this is the first time we're getting to see two completely new teams come in and fight it out, right? We've got multiple different teams. Like we just saw, UCF is a new team, but they're playing a returning team. NC State is a new team, but they're playing a returning team. I think that as of right now, it's hard to make a decision on who we think takes this series, just because we don't know enough about the teams. I mean, they don't even have their full League OS stuff up yet. Like, literally cannot even look at the rosters. Couldn't tell you a single player. Well, no, I actually, Baylor. I know Fenrir from eights. So, and he's got a good shot. I ain't gonna lie. So maybe that'll be my pick. I'll go Baylor with this series. We're hoping that Baylor takes it out. I'll cheer for the eights legend himself, Fenrir.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Now we're going to get into our game of the week for D2. Okay, and that is UIUC versus OU. Now, I mean, we've experienced Milkshake a lot, you know, and we've also experienced a lot of the OU guys. In this match, I think there's a fire burning on UIUC. I'm going to give it to them. And I think after the qualifiers, where, you know, you fall short at D1, I just think there's a statement to be made on that side of the bracket there where it's like UIUC needs to stay on top. This is their chance to start hot, and they keep going.
You got nothing else on the other side there? What you think about OU?
I mean, I want to see more. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I see a lot of the OU guys in college eights, but I haven't got to see them honestly full passion in the pit going for number one. Right? I want to see them going for number one. I love the OU guys, but I just think there's a lot of fire under Milkshake right now, and that's a wall that they have to take down. And this might even solidify how the season's going to go, right? You're looking at it where you have the first place in D2 right now, right? You got Milkshake's team as number one. They had the best seeding for D2. You have OU, who's 8th. So it's like OU, they're active, but can they take down Milkshake?
Yeah, Chad's going OU in this one.
Yeah. Oh,
Good.
I got to keep 100% honest with you. I think the reason why we chose this to be match of the week is because we see this being the match that everybody will be watching if there's a stream going up, which I'm sure there will be. I mean, even if we just got to tune in the Milkshake stream, I don't know if one of these teams is going to hop in. So that's probably going to end up being the play if we want to see the series play out.
Right.
But I do think that this is match of the week because we know how close it's going to be. Like, we've seen all of these players, you know, be impactful for their team. But for me, I think the two players from the team that I think are going to be most important is going to be Zaf and Priz, right? Zaf being from UIUC and Priz being from OU. Priz has got a good shot now. Is he going to like hit, you know, is he going to be 3 blinkers deep mid-series? That might be an issue. I'm going to need him to lock in if he wants to take this series.
Oh,
on the side of
golly.
Zaf, I think Zaf was kind of shooting in our game. Like, even though we won, he was the guy who, like, if I, you know, pushed up on map and I see him mid, I'm dropping bottom tunnel to get out of the way, you know? So I think that these are two impactful players. It just depends on who's going to come out hot to start. I think that first map is going to be important. While I can't really say what that first map is going to be yet because we don't know the map pool yet, I do think that whoever comes out hot first is going to be the one to take the series. So for me, I do think, chat's going to hate me here, UIUC will come out on top of this.
All right. Love it. Going in, that's our G2 setup there. That's what we're expecting this week. I would love to be proven wrong by these teams. So definitely prove us wrong. That way we can talk about it on the podcast.
I'd much rather be proven right.
I imagine you would. But we're going to go into our D1 matchups. The first match you will see is our UOU versus SNU. All right. This one comes down to, I mean, let's just look at qualifiers, right? UOU 4-0. No questions asked. They 4-0'd.
I thought you were about to say they were going to 4 the series. I was like, geez, bro, they don't even play 4.
No.
Like, I was like, holy, brother.
In qualifiers, you got a 4-0. SNU, yes, made it to D1. But they had some, you know, hills to go over, and there was some competition there. So when you look at the teams and what we've already seen, I do give this to UOU. I hope SNU could take a map. I'm going for like a 3-1.
I think I'll agree with that on a 3-1 series. I do think that, you know, if we're looking at player wise, I think you have to look at Lonzy. He was a standout player for this UOU team last season. Coming back, I think he's got even more to prove. Taking that qualifier in first place, getting the highest seed, of course, right behind Fisher. I think that you're at a really good position, and I think they know that they're going to want to start with good momentum. They're going to want to keep this higher seed so that when they go into playoffs, they're making sure that they are making it farther into that bracket, playing a lower seeded team at least to start off. On the side of SNU, One-Eye Willie has got to be the player that I am watching out for. He's been an 8. He's been shooting. I don't know if this team is going to have enough oomph to get over that hill that UOU is building right now.
Right.
But if there is any sort of momentum that they can take, I think One-Eye Willie is going to be the lead of that momentum. That's going to be the thing that's going to help them overcome the battle that is UOU.
100%. I'm excited to see this matchup. I think it is a must-see matchup when it comes to player versus player. Going into our next one, I know everybody's excited about this one. It is FS Halo versus UVU Black. Okay, I'm not gonna toot my own
UVU
horn.
for you. Just go to the next one.
Is it because it already happened? Is it because it already happened? We got these guys in qualifiers. We lost.
If Dilly Donut picks Forbidden Map 1, I'm just forfeiting. We're just...
I just saw it in chat. Tuco's in chat, man. This is 100%. I'm not going to lie. Unless, for some reason, we wake up and Tuco and Dilly fall apart, I think it's a 3-0. Maybe a 3-1.
I'd love to get confirmation. Is Tuco a keyboard mouse player or is he a controller player? I've never really asked him, and I'd love to know because
if keyboard and mouse is typed in this chat right now, I'm retiring.
Tuco said he is a controller player.
Okay. Almost
thank you, Super. Thank you.
You almost retired me, man.
Look, I would like to say he carried me in CS last night. I trolled. I can't lie. And because of that, I think I will troll in this series as well, and Tuco will be their outstanding player. Tuco is going to lead this team to victory. Literally, the entire other team couldn't show up. I'm pretty sure Tuco could 1v4 us. It's GG's. I'm going to go 3-1 because I feel like the last few times we've played them, it's been a 3-1.
I mean, we got to get one map, right? They got to be bad at something.
I don't know. Tuco and Dilly is probably my second favorite duo, next to Nazcast and Goob. It's we're getting no love in chat, but it is what it is.
That's okay.
Pink Jiggly listening to punk rock mid-series Goob.
Actually,
that's the way I've been on our team.
Heard him. Bro, I'm surprised Big Jiggly hasn't been listening to like Taylor Swift.
That's true.
Mid-series, like he.
That is very true. We're gonna slide into the next series. It's gonna be Fisher versus Red Orange. I mean, what conversations can we have when Fisher is up on this board? Outside of who could take a map off of Fisher. Severity did great in qualifiers. He's always had the struggle though of the team holding up as well against a stacked team, right? Or somebody that can counteract what Severity's doing. And Fisher is a team that doesn't even need to counteract it. They just do. And we don't have UNG this season. So, I mean, I think it's an easy 3-0 right here. Like, how much conversation can you have, honestly?
Well, I think the conversation is just Fisher came off of a pretty incredible series in the grand finals of College Halo last season, actually playing on LAN at the NECC championship LAN that they had down in San Antonio. And I think you just have to look at the idea that they are coming in hot, right? It doesn't matter which way you look at it. They're coming in with full momentum, knowing that they are now the reigning champs again, that they're defending champs. They want to hold that title another season. And you got to think that, last season it was like a comeback season for them. They, of course, had lost to UNG. Now UNG is out of the picture. So in their minds, like, do they have anyone to be scared of? You know, I'd imagine Fisher has to be thinking probably not. And so at this moment in time, you have to think that Fisher's coming in with everything they've got because they want to take that title back and ensure that they're keeping it once again. So I do think Fisher will 3-0 here.
100%. Going into our next game, I'm excited about this one because we're going to do a callback. All right. You got UNA versus USU Blue. Okay. I'm going to do the callback to our intro. If you saw in it, you get to see a quote when a flag is finally landed. Okay. That game wasn't over. And this was the matchup we saw. The game was not over.
This stuff ain't over.
Yeah. And I think this is exciting because I think technically we have UNA with a new player. We have USU with some new players. Okay. And USU get up to snuff with the new players against UNA, who only has to get one player up to snuff. You know what I mean? So I hope it's a battle, like a real battle. We're in a 5-map series. But I'm going to give it a 3-0 to UNA because I don't think they want to go down this season. The UNA wants to fight up.
Okay. I respect a 3-0. I don't agree with a 3-0, though. I do think we see USU take a map. I do see a 3-1. The only reason being because we saw a 2-1. This is actually a rematch from our qualifiers, where we did see UNA win in a 2-1 fashion.
Yep.
And I think it's really going to come. I don't think it's going to be a single key player in the moment of this series. I think it's going to be, like you said, who can mesh together with the new team, right? Can UNA's single new player come in and be what they need against a team who has 2 new players coming in? Or are these 2 guys going to finally, find their stride and really push through and be able to take down UNA? USU, of course, being able to win that series in playoffs last year, and then UNA coming in this year or this season and taking it back, getting the 2-1 in the qualifiers. So now it's kind of like, this is the head-to-head. Who can kind of take this over? Who can, get... I want to say 3-2, but I think I'm going to stick with my 3-1.
Okay. Alrighty.
I'd love to see a 3-2. A 3-2 would be way more fun to watch.
Chat seems to be split on this one.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm gonna give Faye's comment here. You really do love Halo in Utah. That's the state. That is true. But to slide in, we're going into our game of the week match. If the chat's keeping up, they should know who we're about to see. Okay? We're going in YCP versus USF. We're just gonna. There's so many reasons why this is game of the week. Okay? So many reasons, let alone the people on the team. The fact that YCP's in D1 now and they're ready to take it. Naz versus Soap is just funny. It's just a funny thing to see because who's going to win? Is Soap going to fall short? Is Naz going to dominate? Is Soap going to be able to trash talk? You don't know what's going to happen or when it's going to happen. And these 2 guys, they're staples right now in college Halo. You don't know USF without Soap. You don't know YCP without Naz. So when they graduate, it's going to suck. But not to hurt USF, but I'm giving it to Naz. I'm going to say 3-2 because I don't see first game of the season YCP and USF not both trying, especially in this matchup. But I'm giving it to Naz 3-2.
Well, this is also another rematch. We have to realize that we saw this exact matchup happen in the qualifier once again. And it was USF who was able to take the series 2-0. Now, I don't necessarily know if that's going to be a real indicator as to what we see in the regular season. I do think that YCP is going to come out stronger. But, I mean, look, if you haven't been paying attention since the start of this, I have had this hoodie on the entire time. And I just want you to know that right now, if you won't believe it, who do you think this green's for, Binky? Who do you think this green is supposed to be for?
I think it's for YCP. I don't even care.
Because guess what? I still have green on, so it could still be for either. Yeah, I almost took my shirt off. But the point is that I believe that this is going to go down to the absolute wire. You're going to be watching back and forth match up here. You're not just going to see one team take it over. I do think the YCP is going to come out stronger. And at the end of the day, I think YCP is going to win this in a 3-2 fashion.
I mean, at least we're in agreement.
I think you're gonna see one green. I think you're gonna see one green all the way throughout, but you won't be able to tell which green is winning. Until that last kill and slayer.
Mind blown a little bit.
That was so
bad. That was a big moment. But I'm definitely excited for this match. I want to see it. If it's not streamed on College Halo for whatever, I want some Naz stream it. Okay, I know you're here. Stream it. Let us watch it. Okay. But
let Big Jiggly stream it and have Taylor Swift play in the background.
we can make this happen. But that is our standings right now, where we're seeing these matchups moving forward. Like I said at the beginning, I'm excited to see people prove us wrong. Because that just adds more conversations, more chaos to the mix. Not a shout out to you or anything, but to allow us to be able to make crazy predictions and see what's going to happen moving to playoffs. And I think the teams we have right now are going to be crazy. I love you, Ness. Thank you for typing that. I will be watching. But for just kind of for any teams out there, if you don't have, if we didn't have the right logo, if you notice we didn't have the right logo, please send it to either myself, it's going to be just a Banksy Boy. You can send it to Ben, which is Chaos in College Halo, or you can send it to Super, which is Am Superfly. We want to get the right logos. What we have now is what's been provided or been saved. We just want to make sure it's the right one. There are a few we want to update. And just kind of also, there's a logo channel in the C Halo Discord. Throw it in there, because I imagine Dog Bear would love them all to have updated logos for their thing. The prediction show is every Monday. It's at 9. We're going to stream it, and then it'll be posted on YouTube the following day. So that way you can rewatch the VOD. You can see Ben mess up. Okay? Messed up. Power went out. Whatever. The podcast is posted every Friday on Apple Pods and Spotify. And then the live video for that podcast is posted the following day on YouTube. Please follow us on Twitch. If you haven't yet, we're trying to get to affiliate. That's our path right now. The quicker we get to affiliate, the more crazy stuff we might do. Boys, why do you keep doing that?
That's you, man.
It's people following.
Is it?
Oh,
oh my God! It's not set up.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. What a follow!
Thank you. I didn't know I set it up on this scene.
He said, "What is that noise? Why are you doing that? Don't follow. Don't."
No, but we're at 20 as of now. I'd love to get there. And go subscribe on YouTube. We are going to do more of not this, but like video game stuff, and we hope to watch some of your guys' games and everything. And then as well, you will see a donate link moving forward that will be in the bottom of our panels and the bottom of our YouTube videos. If you care to support us in any way, you don't have to. We're here because we want to be. We love you guys. We love College Halo. We sometimes love Halo, but we love the community that we have here. There will be a donate link moving forward. There isn't one now, but you will see one. But I think it was a good show. Thanks everybody in the chat. Glad we got Ben's mic back because, well, somewhat. Okay. Difficulties. We'll have it fixed for next episode. But Ben, send us off.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys as always. Thank you so much for the support. We are looking forward to an incredible college